today.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
We're Dr. Sandra Bontemps. We're in her office. Is it your office?
It is, This is my office.
So it's a very nice place. I'll show you pictures of it later. And I've been coming here now at least a few months. I mean, probably 3 months at least, every week.
Yeah.
Did we even miss 1 week? I think no, we didn't miss one week, did we?
No. One of the continuity that.
And I remember you saying, and it's a good line what you said, when someone's like ready to quit, you go, we've accomplished so much. It's a good line, I like that. And it worked. It worked, because it's true. I mean, once you stop doing your kind of work, which, by the way, I want you to explain exactly what your kind of work is, because I can't explain it.
That's a good thing. You're doing the work, and I'm doing the work, but you're doing your part of the work, and I'm doing my part of the work. So, I started 40 years ago as a massage therapist, and discovered that I wanted to know lots more, and went through chiropractic school and have done nothing but train, acupuncture, craniosacral work on staff with John Barnes for myofascial release in Paoli, Pennsylvania, and with John Upledger for craniosacral work, and just continued to take classes with European osteopaths, with visceral manipulation. All of this manual medicine healing is so ancient. The osteopaths in Europe and deep into the bowels of Europe, Hungarian, Russian, they just have such a strong tradition of manual medicine and how the energies work in the body. And I love it. It's just a never-ending source of magic. The body is a miracle. And all we have to do is work it right, feed it right, and learn how to work with it, and it works quite well.
And every week is different. I might think I'm coming in. By the way, I came in with a really bad backache. It was really bad. And I remember saying that I haven't had backaches in a long time. And so I guess let's start. Could you explain what's going on most of the time when someone is experiencing like lower back pain, like above the belt line? What is it generally?
Well, let's see. Generally, that's the area of the adrenals, kidneys, and adrenal glands. So a lot of times there's a lot of stress. It could be from some old car accident where the psoas muscle gets stressed and absorbed, and puts a lot of pressure and pull in that area of the body. There's a whole fascial picture that makes everything connected in the body, so that when I put my hands on and you tell me what your experience is in your life and how you feel, I do a lot of muscle testing, manual muscle testing. All the muscles of the body are connected to the organs. The organs are connected to the different meridians. So we sort of have a map and a way of echolocating, if you will, sort of triangulating into the body when you take all these different systems into account, and then you can find out what's going on. Okay. So the fascia in the body is like a spider's web throughout the whole body. Some of it's thicker, some of it's thinner. When it's been injured or there's been a lack of oxygen to the tissues, it can scar up. It can get all crumpled up. And so we go and we find out where these different areas are by testing, manual muscle testing, and then also and also by going in with my hands. And I can feel into the tissues. And by the way, I love to teach people how to do this. Other practitioners and also lay people, how to put their hands on different areas to be able to decompress the nervous system.
Tremendous need for it.
To sleep at night, that when the night voice is starting, or it just, the world is just filled with so many different distortions of energies, a lot of stress, a lot of unknowing, the television, multimedia, they're just all kind of putting a lot of fear into the world, and then the fear emotional picks up, and then your thinking gets distorted, and pretty soon you're doing things that you didn't think you'd do because you're stressed. So being able to de-stress and decompress the nervous system is huge. And I give classes here in my office on how to bring your nervous system to a still point. And actually at the expo, I'll be doing a brief little
Excellent.
15-minute chat on how to feel pulse points and how to release them with the emotional points in the body.
So what's amazing about you is last week you used the word stacking. And that, I feel like that describes you exactly, because you study for 40 years, you study so many different applications and processes, and you get to use several all at once with people that are laying on your table.
That's right. Thank you. Yeah, stacking. It's a term I came across with one of my educational seminars, and so I put in evaluating the body. Right, you evaluate the body. I evaluate the body. Do some muscle testing. Feel where areas are congested, and if it's the liver, I'll put some acupuncture needles in liver points, and then feel along the meridians to see where else there's a need. A lot of times it can be in the heart and maybe the lungs as well. So you've got that kind of thing going on, and releasing those at that level. And then I'll put my hand on the sacrum and the back of the head maybe, and feel the cerebral spinal fluid.
Which puts me right out. Where was I?
It's a great thing. There's a thing called scalar energy, and that's it's like a still point frequency. It's when you're in still point. It's like like that. And when the body comes to the moment is when everything else can flow into the body. So I have some frequency instruments that I use to also help reach that point, and then to send the frequencies deep into the body. And that's where the healing happens.
And we'll take some video of the inside of your office as long as we're here. So I still can't explain what you do. Is she a chiropractor? Well, I guess. Is she a healer? I guess. It's like all these things.
Licensed as a chiropractor, and practicing acupuncture for about 40 years. Massage therapy. Really, it's sort of beyond technique,
Yeah.
It's more, I don't know.
And that's why I come back every week, and then you'll say to me, so what's doing in your life? And I'd say, well, this old girlfriend's haunting me. Oh, really? Boom, that's what we focus on, getting rid of some of these energies, these dead energies that are laying on, who knows, your organs, your heart, who knows what's going on. So it's so funny how I never know what's going to happen. And I can't think of a more valuable experience than what you're offering me. And I'll just say one more thing. For 40 years or 30 years, whatever it's been, I thought that when you have lower back pain across on both sides of your spine, I thought it was kidneys, and it can be. A lot of people are having trouble with kidneys, and they're certainly not drinking enough water or doing the right thing, eating the wrong foods. But then, a month or so ago, you said, no, it's not, in this particular instance, it's not your kidneys, it's your
Adrenals. And
Now, how did you know that?
Well, because of all the symptoms you're telling me about, and I also can feel it. The adrenals sit, they're little, like a walnut-sized organ that sits on top of the kidneys. And the adrenals, when they get stressed out, it's an unmistakable feel, really. Because the psoas muscle, which
Oh,
is a
boy.
major hip
Oh,
flexor.
boy. I know that's out.
Yeah.
And I know it was out in Lauren. Years ago, Lauren would say, oh, this darn psoas muscle. You know, she'd reach between her leg and her, right in here. Oh, my.
Groin.
And that's a precursor to a hip problem.
Yes, because it's a hip flexor. That's the motion that the psoas does, is it flexes the hips, and it's also a major problem with knees. So
I have a left knee problem.
right, so we're in the middle
Yes,
of bringing you to balance.
And whenever I tell you about a problem, I go, okay, we'll work on that, and then I don't have it. It might not be totally gone after the first time we do something about it, but you know, my lower back, between your work and your process, and me just drinking a tall glass of salt water every morning, I don't have back pain anymore.
all those minerals.
What a relief that is, not to be crippled by this low, you know. Everybody knows what that feels like. So one of the ways you can help yourself is, one, you can come here and see Dr. Sandra. The other way is to take a big, tall glass of salt water. And
Good salt.
I put a couple of different salts in there. I
Yeah.
put the real healthy one in there, and then I put like a little bit of a kosher rock one. And the funny thing is that when I tried just the real healthy one, and my lower back pain came back just a little bit, and I put that kosher rock salt in, and it totally went away.
That's wonderful. That's great.
So
That's
you don't. I'm not
wonderful.
fooling with Mother Nature when I can
Yeah.
figure something like that out between how helpful you've been and little things like that. You have to help yourself too. You always give me homework. I don't necessarily do it all the time, but you give me homework. You make suggestions of what to do. And, you know, you can't just, you know, a big thing that a lot of us do, we want just the doctor to help us. No, I don't go to doctors. You're as close to a doctor as I'm going to get near. But you still have to do it. You still have to do the work.
Yeah, yeah. You know, diet and lifestyle are so important, and like you were saying, what we do here is I deal a lot with some emotional work, and there are parts in the body, the spine, a neuroemotional technique, where you can tap out the emotions from the body, and it's so relieving.
We've done that too. So you've already mentioned a little bit about when people come to your booth, what can they expect?
That's a good question. I have never done an expo before, but
So what I'd suggest is 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes of dealing with one person.
yeah.
Because you're gonna, these videos are gonna make everybody rock stars.
Oh, from your lips to God's
Yes.
ears, really.
So people are gonna see these videos and they're gonna go, oh, I gotta go see Dr. Sandra Bontemps when I'm at the Body and Soul Expo on October 26th. So you're
Well, I think it's going to be a wonderful experience. There are going to be so many healers there, and what I want to offer is a 5-10 minutes with each person that comes by to give a little bit of hands-on, maybe a little bit of a consult, see what's going on, and see what I can do to help.
and you're gonna wanna come see Dr. Sandra way after the expo. I mean, if you want your life, you really wanna take your life back and put them in good hands, Dr. Sandra's and yours, you definitely wanna see Dr. Sandra at the expo and also after the expo. You wanna make your appointments with her. And what about your speaking? No doubt, you're speaking, what, do you know what you'll be speaking about?
I do, Bruce. What I'm going to be speaking about is a little first aid you can do for yourself by
I love that.
holding energy points and emotional points, and to be able to no matter where you are, you're at a dinner someplace, you can go into the bathroom and do this. You know, if you're in traffic at a stoplight, you can do this. You can do it, at night as you're trying to fall asleep. You want to decompress the day, and basically, it's about unpacking things. You know, you've been experiencing here in treatments how we unpack the body. We unpack. We disengage. We reverse engineer kind of thing. It's really about going back and taking the different layers off. And when you can do that, and when you can do that on a daily basis with yourself, to the frontal bone here is an emotional area, the thinking bone. And when we think really hard versus feeling and having fun, when we get into thinking mode, the blood leaves this area and it becomes very hard, and we become locked into beta brainwaves, which is thinking, versus lightening up and just feeling good. So being able to work this area and decompress it on a regular basis is such a boon for, God forbid, feeling good. Just simply feeling good.
And you know, let's do this for the last minute or two. I'm going to stop the camera now, and we'll take a little tour of your office with you right next to me, kind of describing what we're seeing. How's that?
Love it.
Okay,
Let's
do
do that. All right. This is the end-all be-all chart, really. It puts the acupuncture meridians, neurovascular points, lymphatic reflex points, all the alarm points of the meridians. You trace the meridians, and this is just a wonderful map of the body. This is a lot of the gut organization, visceral manipulation, which I love to do, operating with, and this is the dermatomes and spinal nerves. This is more straight chiropractic. We have the bones and the nerves that come out, sacrum, cranium. Next we have the fascial chart, which is the interwoven structures and how the different areas of fascia and how they get distorted, and that distorts the cells on the cellular level. And here we have the brain and different torquing, and it shows what happens when posture is off. All the organs get distorted terribly. If your rib cage is off, it really behooves us all to be open and free and flexible, and that's what I love to teach.
Visually right here, and just we'll look at all the different things that you've studied, that you know all about. It's a lot. It really is a lot. And you're just going to have to come and see it all for yourself. There's a whole lot of wisdom going on here, and a whole lot of things that Dr. Sandra uses to muscle test you to find out exactly what is going on in your body. And this one?
That's the trigger points. Janet Travell was great in pioneering the trigger points of the body. They can wreak havoc.
Here we go.
To have them released is just freedom. Plantar fasciitis, trigger fingers, you name it.
Wow. So I want to thank you so much for coming on the show, for doing the expo, and for doing this podcast. I've really super enjoyed being a patient of yours. You've been unbelievably helpful to me, and I want to thank you, and I look forward to seeing you at the expo.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bruce. Pleasure.